Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. What's the deal? It's your homie CT. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But look, at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, you are the circle that you keep. The same way you can be the product of your environment, you're going to be the product of the people that's around you. You know, and that's really true. You got to have people that's really, you know, getting money, got something going for themselves. You got to have them type of people around you. You know, so the same way you can get influenced in a bad way, you got to get influenced in a good way. You know, you got to have people around you that's doing great, and they got to make sense. If it's not making sense for you, why are you doing it? Sometimes you can't do it off the strength, because let's be real, when you get in certain, you know, tough spots, everybody scatter away from you. People only going to attract to you when you can do a lot of things for them at the end of the day. You know, so when you hang out with a lot of people that's not good for you, you putting a target on your back, because now people gonna know who to manipulate. This the person to manipulate. This the person to get over. This the person to do all the fucked up shit to. And you got to ask yourself, is they doing me like this, or they just doing everybody else like that? Right? Because you got to have some self-respect. And it's the same way when you start dealing with these females. You got to deal with females. I'm gonna keep 100, bro. One thing about us one thing that's different between us and females gonna really gravitate to the dude that's doing something for her. Bro, we start liking these females just because who they are, or just because it feel right. Nah, bro, you gotta start playing the game right. That's just what you gotta do, shit that makes sense. If it ain't making sense, and if it ain't contributing to a whole lot of bread and peace, why am I even doing it? You know, I'm telling you, bro, you gotta start living in reality at the end of the day. You gotta live in reality. You know, but you feel me? Because a lot of things gonna be tough. That's why you gotta manipulate it in a good way, because all this shit is a maze anyway. It's all a maze, it's all based off of, you know, a certain system. So you gotta be willing to sacrifice a whole lot of, you know, because you gonna have more fuck shit in your life than it is good anyway. You feel me? So you gotta know how to choose, and most of us don't know how to choose. So, you know, you got to know how to put certain things together, and it just got to come to a point where, you know, you ready to clean office and only keep the ones around you that make sense. If it's not making sense, you got to detach yourself away from it. And you got to master, you know, the detachment. You got to really know how that shit is, because, you know, once you hanging around people that's not good for you, putting the target on your back. Especially if you got a good heart, you're going to definitely put a target on your back, because people going to know who to manipulate, because, you know, you keep on giving out second chances. You giving out multiple chances. You know, you just got to, for me, I'm not going to lie. When a person do some weird shit, I can't just, I don't know what it is, but I can't forgive it. You know, I can't bring you around me no more, especially when it come down to certain weird and it was just random. You know, and I'm telling you, bro, like at the end of the day, man, you got to play the game for what it is, especially when it come down to these females. These females, I'm telling you, these bitches really not liking you for you. You got to understand, okay, if I'm going to deal with her, okay, cool, she here because what I can do for her, that's cool. It is what it is. At least I'm up on game about it. Some of you niggas really... Some of you niggas really think this female like you because of you. Bruh, you got to start playing the game. If you going to fuck with her, okay, cool, fuck with her. But you got to know, if this a female I'm going to fuck with, cool. But it's not no female where I'm going to put a baby in her or nothing like that. I'm going to just fuck with her for a certain amount of time. And you got to know when to move on as well. You got to know when to be on to the next. Your mind got to always be on to the next. That's what it always got to be when it come down to women, business, all that shit. It got to be always on to the next. And, you know, and you can never, you know, even when certain things don't work out, nigga, you know, you got to go, nigga, you got to go, you got to go make a new plan. You can't be, you know, scared to go make a new plan because your original plan didn't work out. All right, nigga, it didn't work out. Cool. You know, for the most part, a lot of people that's successful they plans don't work out the first time. That should usually work out the 10th time or the 9th time or whatever. You gotta turn your failures into success. But if you're around people who just okay with losing, bruh, you're gonna become a loser. I can't have nobody around me that's a loser. I can't have no loser ass bitch around me. None of that. You know, you gotta have, a lot of people that you got to have around you, it got to make sense. It got to make sense. If it's not peace, if it's not making money, if it's not something that's keeping me sane, if it's keeping me insane, then I need to get her away from me, you know, because at the end of the day, you already know how females are, you know, when you leave them and it's not on their terms. But even when it come down to friends, you know, you got to have the right people around you at the end of the day. You got to keep the right people around you. You are the circle, you know, that you keep. That's just what it is. The people that's around you and you always keep them, you got to really look at it, and you got to always reevaluate your circle just to make sure, you know what, this is the people I need to be around.